In this video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at the addition and subtraction of exponential expressions. Addition and subtraction, we approach them differently as compared to division and multiplication. Okay, perfect. When you see an add or a subtraction sign in an exponential expression, what comes to your mind must be factorization. So basically, we are factorizing algebraic exponents. Okay, perfect. It is a very easy thing to do, and we are going to do it now. Without wasting time, let's get to it. The first one, you can see that, okay, I have a plus here. When I have a plus, right, I know that, okay, I need to factorize. Before I factorize, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to split them. 2 to the power 2n dot 2 to the power 1. Do you see it? I split 2n and 1 like to the same base, right? Perfect. And then I'm going to put my plus sign there. Then I do the same here. I split this. It's going to be 2 to the power 2n dot 2 to the power 3, right? And then, ladies and gents, you always highlight the part with the exponent. So I'm highlighting the part with the exponent with a letter. That is the most important part we are interested in. Okay. And then you can see that this part and that part are exactly the same. So in this case, we are going to take out a common factor. So we're doing highest common factor factorization. So I'm taking 2 to the power 2n, and then I open my bracket. My plus sign is still there. So ladies and gents, wherever there was, wherever I highlighted, I'm going to put 1 now because I took it out as a common factor. For example, here now I'm left on this part here, I'm left with 1 times 2 to the power 1. And then here I'm left with 1 times 2 to the power of 3. So wherever I highlighted, you replace with 1 because you have taken out as a common factor. Then you're going to have 2 to the power 2n. And then 1 times 2 will give you 2 plus 1 times 2 to the power 3 gives you 8. 2 to the power 3 is 8, ladies and gents. And then you have 2 to the power 2n in brackets 10. And that is your final answer. From there, there's nothing more you can do. Okay. To show me that you understood this or to prove yourself, each and every question that I'm going to do from here, please pause it first. Pause it and try to attempt it and then proceed. But I advise you to attempt on your own first. Okay, perfect. So now let's try the second one. Remember, I said if I see a plus or a minus, I'm going to basically split first, right? So I'm going to have 5 to the power of 2 dot 5 to the power negative 2n, and then plus here I'm having 25 to the power negative n. So the rule is this, ladies and gents. I'm going to take my calculator out to show you how does this work. Okay, sharp. Let me do this actually quickly. Let's see here. So guys, here, the rule is this. Listen to it properly. Whatever has a variable as the exponent, the base must be a prime number. You are not interested in any other part, but the part with the letter that is an exponent must be a prime base. So in this case, 25 is not a prime base. We are going to change it to a prime base. I'll show you how we do that here. You press your 25, you say equals to, then you say shift, then you press fact. You see, it shows you that 25 can actually be written as 5 to the power 2. So I'm going to say 5 to the power 2, and then in bracket, negative n. So make sure that the part with the letter as the exponent, the base is a prime number. Okay, and then now I'm going to say 5 to the power 2 dot 5 to the power negative 2 plus, remember that rule that the exponents multiplies each other. So going to be 5 to the power negative 2n. So ladies and gents, that is 2n as well. Now I see that I have split them. I'm going to highlight the parts with the exponents. Ne? So this part and that part are the parts that I'm interested in. And even in this part, you can see that they are exactly the same. So I'm going to take it out as a common fact. And then remember, I said you do this, you do that, you put your plus sign wherever it is. So this part, I'm going to replace it with 1. Here I'm going to have 5 squared dot 1. So wherever there was the highlighted part, you replace it with 1 because you've taken out the common fact, right? And then I'm going to have 5 to the power negative 2n, right? Then here I'm having 25 times 1, which is just 25 plus 1. And then which gives me, in the bracket, I'm going to have 26. Ne? This guy must go down to the denominator so that the exponent is positive. Ne? Remember, we always write our answers as positive exponent. When it's on top as a numerator, its exponent is negative, so you need to take it down to make the exponent a positive. Perfect. And that is it with number 2. Let's go to number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to number 3. On number 3, because I see a plus sign there, I know that I have to split. Remember, if you see a negative or a positive sign in the expression, you have to split. So it's going to be 2 to the power 3 plus 2 to the power n all over 2 to the power n dot 2 to the power negative 1. Okay, now we have split, and this part and that part and that part are the parts that we are interested in. Before we proceed, you ensure that the bases are prime. And in this case, indeed, the bases are prime. So we can highlight now. Let's take our highlighter. We highlight that guy. We highlight that guy. We highlight that guy. And then we are going to now have, you see here is the same, right? So you take it out as a common fact. I'm sure now you are used to it. Then you do your brackets, you put your sign wherever it was. Here you're going to replace with 1. All the highlighted parts are replaced with 1. Here I'm going to have 1 dot 2 to the power 3. At the bottom, I cannot take out a common factor. Why? Because they are attached with a multiplication sign. So this is just a term. So I'll just rewrite it like that. 2 to the power n dot 2 to the power negative 1. All right? And then we can all see that 2 to the power n and 2 to the power n are going to cancel. I advise you not to show the scratching like this, because when sometimes some learners don't know how to cancel, you find that the marker cannot see what was there. You should just see in your brain that this part and that part will disappear. So we're just going to write 1 dot 2 to the power 3 plus 1 all over 2 to the negative 1. Then let's see, this must simplify to 1 times 2 to the power 3 will give you 8. And then 8 plus 1 is 9, right? To the power z. And then you can see that, okay, you're going to have 9 multiplied by 2 to the power 1. This is negative. You have to take it up as I did there so that the exponent becomes positive. We always work with positive exponent. And you have 9 times 2, which should give you 18. Right. Okay, before I proceed, I'm going to keep on showing you some strategies. Ne? So I'll show you how to test if your answer is correct. Ne? So what you do is this. You see this original expression, I'm going to type it. You have a fraction, you have 2 to the power. Wherever I see n, I'm going to always put 1. Ne? Just put 1. So I have 1 plus 3 there. Then I can see that I have a plus sign, and then I have 2 to the power n, which I said you replace all the n's with 1. So there I made a mistake. Let's fix that. to the power of 1 all over 2 to the power of 1 minus 1. The answer must be 18. You see, if the answer doesn't give you 18, you know that you have made a mistake somewhere. Right, I showed you how to test your exponential expressions now, right? Perfect.